काफी बड़ा परिवार है मेरा, यही संसार है मेरा। हर दिन मेरी कोशिश है इसे हरा भरा रखने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को मजबूत बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश घर को जीता जागता बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश बड़ों की सेवा की, कुछ कोशिश छोटों को बड़ा बनाने की, कुछ कोशिश नई दिशाएं दिखाने की, कुछ कोशिश उत्साह जगाने की। देश नाम है मेरे संसार का, इंडिया नाम है मेरे परिवार का, टाटा कोशिश जिम्मेदारी निभाने की।
Why should the road tell me where to go?
Why should anything come between me and the stars?
Why should impossible stop me?
Why shouldn't I make space for the unexpected?
Why shouldn't that feel like this?
How would here look like from there, or there, or there?
Every journey brings its own questions. You bring your own reply.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another edition of Tata Crucible Campus Quiz. We are getting started with the 15th cluster. We have 24 clusters in all. And now we're getting into the 15th cluster. We have crossed the halfway mark, slowly inching closer into that big national finale that's coming up, which means we have identified 14 winners already who have qualified to their respective zonals. This cluster, of course, is the cluster from Uttar Pradesh. So let me quickly introduce them to you, and then we will get cracking with this wildcard. Our first contestant of the day is Ashutosh from IIT Kanpur. All right, there he is. Following him, representing BIMTech Noida, is Rahul. All right. Up next, representing KIET Ghaziabad, is Mohammad Faiz. All right. Following Faiz is Madhur from MIET Meerut. We have Diptish representing IIM Lucknow. And completing the lineup for us here today, representing IIM Lucknow again, is Harshita. All right, a lone lady in this wild card. Of course, I'm here to give her company, but let's see how she fares, or let's see how all of them fare in this wild card. All right, 10 questions in all. Question number 1, the first wild card of the 15th cluster, that's Uttar Pradesh. Question number 1, here we go. Amit Kumar Sinha is the CEO of which Indian real estate company belonging to a group otherwise popular for its transport business? I'll give you options, the Tatas or the Mahindra. Option doesn't always help. People think options help, they don't. All right, time is up, no one is trying. The Tatas, if you look at the question, both the answers are highly probable, but the right answer that I was looking for is Mahindra. Their real estate arm is Mahindra Lifespace Developers. Mahindra is what I was looking for. All right, let's move on to question number 2. Based in New York City, FNC is an American multinational conservative news and political commentary medium. How do we know it better? All right. Ashutosh is trying. Go ahead, Ashutosh.
Is it Fox News Corporation?
FNC, Fox News Corporation, +1 is absolutely right. Ashutosh getting that +1. Good answer by him. He did not need any more clues. Good for him, +1. Let's move on. Question number 3. Name the parent company of Nissan Motors. All right, I'll help you out. Renault or Ford? Go ahead, Ashutosh.
Renault.
Renault is what he says. I thought there was a huge pause and he was still contemplating on what answer to give. +1. +1, he's absolutely right. Renault is what I was looking for. He gets that right. Let's move on to question number 4. Which mining firm led by Vasant Rao from Goa also has a football club in its name? Your options: Shapurji Palonji or Dempo. Both huge names. All right, go ahead, Dipti. She's on the buzzer.
Is it Shapoorji Pallonji?
Shapurji Palonji. I said mining firm led by Vasant Rao. -1 on that, Diptish. The correct answer is Dempo. He is actually the one, his full name is Vasant Rao Dempo. All right, that's his full name. The group is named after him. Diptish getting a -1 on that. They're very huge in the Goa belt, actually. Let's move on. I expect a quick buzz on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 5. Expand HSBC. Oh, I expected a quick buzz on this one. Oh, time is up. No one is trying. I think often we get into these complicated questions and forget the simpler aspects which we ought to know at a quiz like this, especially at a wild card like this. HSBC, Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, that's all I was looking for. Banking Corporation, that's all I was looking for. This is not something they do not know. They certainly know this, but sometimes at apt moment they don't get the answers. All right, let's move on. Question number 6. Let me finish a few questions and then tell you where they stand, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, question number 6. Which iconic puzzle video game created by a Soviet engineer in 1985? Rahul, go ahead. Rahul, you're on the buzzer. Go ahead.
I'm not aware of this question, ma'am.
All right.
It was
All right. Time is up. A bad buzz there, actually. Rahul gets a -1 on that, unfortunately. The entire question, ladies and gentlemen, which iconic puzzle video game created by a Soviet engineer in 1985 was released by Nintendo across the world and warranted a recent Apple TV movie based on the brand's story? The right answer, I'm sure they would know the answer if only they had the chance to press the buzzer. Tetris. Tetris is what I was looking for. All right, moving on to question number 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is a commercial real estate development company. All I need you to do is expand the abbreviation, or basically give me the expansion, DLF. Go ahead, Rahul is on the buzzer. Quick there.
Delhi Land and Finance.
He wants to ensure that -1 goes away. He's absolutely right. Delhi Land and Finance giving him that +1. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, nil is a good place to be on a wild card. Let me tell you where all of them stand. As of now, we have Ashutosh on 2 points. Honestly, a good place to be at a wild card. I have seen people qualify with 2 points as well. But we have Diptish on -1. He has to work a little harder to move into the positives. Everyone else is on nil. 3 more questions remaining, and we have 3 slots in that cluster final. Let's see what happens. Question number 8. As of now, everybody has an equal chance. Question 8, here we go. Which grocery app, co-founded in 2021 by Adit Palicha and Kaivalya Vora, headquartered in Mumbai, promises delivery in 10 minutes? Madhur, go ahead.
Zepto.
Zepto is absolutely right. Madhur getting a +1. Good answer. His answer was very quick there, just like Zepto. Getting a +1 is Madhur. Let's move on. The penultimate question of this wild card. Here we go. I'm going to give you a tagline and you have to tell me the brand name. The tagline is, the best a man can get. Go ahead, Rahul.
Gillette.
+1. Absolutely right. He gets a +1. So from -1, Rahul moves into a +1. That's a very good curve if you ask me. The final question. The score, ladies and gentlemen, Ashutosh, I think, is just going to sit back and not going to try for the next one, but you never know with the quizzers. If they know the answer, they always want to press the buzzer. Rahul and Madhur are on +1. Well, if either of Mohammad Faiz or Harshita get a +1 on the next one, they would be forcing a tiebreaker. Let's see what happens. This is the final question of this wild card. Question number 10. Here we go. Which first-person shooter game released in 2003 is published by Activision and was originally developed by Infinity Wars? Madhur, go ahead.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Madhur, I need you to repeat the answer, please.
Call of Duty. COD.
Call of Duty is what he said. He's on +1. If I were him, I wouldn't have pressed that buzzer on the last question. But he gets a +1. He's absolutely right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have identified our top 3 scorers who have qualified into that cluster final with 2 points each. Ashutosh from IIT Kanpur and Madhur from MIET Meerut move into that cluster final, and joining them with 1 point representing BIMTech Noida is Rahul. All 3 of them moving into that cluster final of Uttar Pradesh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. I have to identify the next 3 who will join them in that cluster final. So please hold on and watch the next wild card. We will see you there.
This picnic was a great idea.
Thank you.
Candlelight dinner of sandwiches.
पर ब्रेड बटर तो लिए नहीं. आज सेल डे नहीं है ना?
What? ब्रेड बटर खरीदने के लिए forget that Thursday sale. Big basket है, हर दिन सस्ता. Big savings, big basket.
Wait! Dumbest idea ever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tata Crucible Campus Quiz 2023. We are moving into the second wild card of the 15th cluster. That's the one from Uttar Pradesh. We have already completed the first wild card and identified the 3 who have moved into the cluster final. Time for me to identify the next 3 who will join them into that cluster final today. Let me quickly introduce them to you, and then we will get cracking with this wild card. Our first contestant joining us from IIT BHU is Anush. All right, there he is. Following him, representing IIT Kanpur, is Pradunma. All right. Following Pradunma, representing IIM Lucknow, is Siddesh. Up next, representing IIM Lucknow again, is Lalit. All right, we have one more from IIM Lucknow, that is Chirag. All right, there he is. And completing this lineup for us here today is Gaurang from GLBITM Noida. All right, so those are our 6 contestants here today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, good luck to all of you. We have 10 questions. The first one coming up. Which Swedish fast fashion clothing brand made its entry into the home furnishings category in India in April 2022? Lalit, go ahead, press the buzzer.
Is it IKEA?
IKEA? All right, I said it's a fast fashion clothing brand that has moved into home furnishings. Minus
Okay.
1.
Can I correct my answer? Yeah.
Minus 1. Lalit, you have to be careful about the answer. I understand that the word Swedish is what misled you to IKEA. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, H&M. H&M is what I was looking for. Lalit realizes the mistake he made, but we have many more questions. He can quickly bounce back. Let's move on. Question number 2. Whose original tagline was everyone's private driver? Oh, it's easy. Believe me, it's very easy. All right, I'll help you out. No, I don't know how it's going to help you. Uber or Ola? Go ahead, Chirag.
Is it Uber?
Uber is absolutely right. Chirag getting a +1. Let's move on. Question number 3. Which re-commerce service headquartered in Gurgaon was started in 2009 by Mandeep Manocha, Nakul Kumar and Amit Sethi? Your options, Cashify or OLX? Re-commerce, I said. Cashify or OLX? Go ahead, Siddesh.
Is it OLX?
OLX, unfortunately giving Siddesh a -1. Cashify is the right answer. All right, let's move on. Question number 4. Here we go. Which herbal pharma company was started by Muhammad Manal in 1930? Go ahead, Pradhanma.
So Muhammad Manal founded Himalaya.
Absolutely right, Pradhanma getting a +1. Himalaya is all I was looking for, and he gets a +1. All right, we're done with 4 questions. Moving on to question number 5. The Falcon series of rockets belongs to which aerospace organization? Pradhanma again, go ahead.
SpaceX.
SpaceX, absolutely right, giving him another +1. All right, moving on. Question number 6, here we go. Which legendary advertising person created the iconic Amul Utterly Butterly Girl? Go ahead, Pradhanma.
Sylvester D'Aconia. May he rest in peace.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. Sylvester D'Aconia is what I was looking for. He gets a +1. Let's move on. This wild card is moving along very quickly. Question number 7. Here we go. This name was chosen by Xerxes Desai. The name was forged. Pradhanma, go ahead.
Xerxes Desai, as far as I remember, founded Titan. So the answer is Titan.
Getting a -1 is Pradhanma. My entire question. This name was chosen by Xerxes Desai. The name was forged by combining the Sanskrit words for body and gold or necklace. Which iconic brand that enjoys great trustworthiness in its segment am I talking about? He's smiling. The right answer is Tanishq. Tanishq is what I was looking for. You're not wrong with the association to Titan with Xerxes Desai, but the right answer that I was looking for was Tanishq. Pradhanma taking a negative on that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Question number 8. Which Indian company manufactures the toothpaste Meswak? Go ahead, Lalit.
Dabur.
Dabur is absolutely right. Lalit getting a +1, and he negates that -1 that he already had. Let me tell you where all of them stand. All right. Pradhanma is leading as of now with 2 points. He was on 3, but he took a negative a little while earlier. We also have Chirag on +1. Anush, Lalit and Gaurang are on nil, and I have Siddesh on -1. 2 more questions remaining, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 slots in that cluster final. Let's see what happens. Question number 9, here we go. Which restaurant chain encourages its diners to think outside the bun? Think fast food. Think fast food. All right. You can press the buzzers. The buzzers are open, guys. No one going on the buzzer. All right, Siddesh, go ahead.
Is it McD?
All right. McDonald's giving Sidesh a -1 again. I said think fast food and the tagline said think outside the bun. Taco Bell is what I was looking for. Tacos, they are not a bun and they come in a fast food chain. That's all I was looking for. Taco Bell. I think you all are stressing yourselves out. Don't do that. Just enjoy what you're doing. I'm sure you'll do well. The last question of this wild card. All right. Pradunma, I think, is through. He's on 2 points and we have one more question remaining. Chirag is on 1. Unless he decides to take a negative on the last question, I think Chirag is also through. He's smiling there. The final question, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Which of these homegrown luxury chocolate brand is an offering by ITC? Your options. Oh, Pradunma, go ahead.
Fabel is a luxury chocolate by ITC.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. Fabel giving Pradunma that +1. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Pradunma with 3 points representing IIT Kanpur has moved into that cluster final fair and square, and joining him there with 1 point representing IIM Lucknow is Chirag. But I have one more slot remaining in that cluster final, which means we are getting into a tiebreaker right now. Question number 1, here we go. Ruben and Rose Mattis together launched which famous ice cream brand? Your options, Häagen-Dazs or Blue Bell. Ruben and Rose Mattis, I said. Oh, no one trying, no one wants to take a negative. All right, let's move on to the next question of the tiebreaker. Which prime minister signatures can you find in the Indian currency notes? All right, no one trying on this one either. Oh, Lalit is trying. Go ahead, Lalit.
So, is it Manmohan Singh because he was governor of RBI?
All right, he's going on the route of Dr. Manmohan Singh being the governor of RBI. He's absolutely right. +1 to Lalit. So Lalit from IIM Lucknow joins Chirag and Pradunma into that cluster final, ladies and gentlemen. We have identified the top 3. Now all of them move into that cluster final. Believe me, it's going to be a great cluster final, and we hope that all of you join us in that finale. You take care.
I feel like a child again. वो हमेशा दिखाती है मुझे bright side. She is nature और मैं हूँ her finest creation. Nature's finest by Mia.
Big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Big Brain, here today at yet another cluster final of Tata Crucible for campuses 2023. We've got 6 of them here today, and they have reached here after grueling rounds, grueling online rounds to get to the semi-final or the wild card, whichever way you look at it. And after those grueling battles and questions with my young colleague Rashmi Furtado, at the final of what is cluster number 15. Qualifying as our first finalist here today, representing IIT Kanpur, with us here today is Ashutosh. Welcome, Ashutosh. Neighboring Ashutosh as our second finalist from BIMTech Noida is Rahul. Welcome on board. Neighboring him from MIET Meerut is Madhur. Welcome, Madhur. Moving across back to IIT Kanpur, representing them is Pradunma. Welcome to you. And completing our lineup are traditionally an institute which has done supremely well at Uttar Pradesh. They're expected to do well in UP, but they do get challenged every year by IIT Kanpur and the others. But for now, 2 slots to them from IIM Lucknow. First up, Lalit. Welcome to you. And neighboring Lalit, also from IIM Lucknow, is Chirag. Welcome, Chirag. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are our 6 contenders. 2 from IIT Kanpur, 2 from IIM Lucknow, and we've got a challenger each from BIMTech and MIET. Time for us to move into the final. You know the rules. Time for us to play. Contestants, if you could hold your buzzers in position, we are good to get started with the first frontier of our game here today. Time for the contestants to think. Here it is. Questions will appear on your screen. I will have supplementary information on some of them, maybe all of them, as we begin with the first one in the first frontier on your screen now. This Tata company actually started its journey in 1851. Pradyumna is off in a flash. Go ahead, young man.
So I see a lot of insecticides and stuff, so I'm guessing Tata Chemicals.
Tata Chemicals, in a little bit of a hurry, will give him a -50. A little bit of a rush there to get the answer. He should have waited for me. The journey of this company, I said, started in 1851 with Jude Bales from Kolkata. Well, bit of a hurry there. I was explaining it's a company from 1851 with pressed Jude Bales from owners in Kolkata. And that probably would have led him. The fertilizer part is right, but the answer I was looking for was Rallies India. Very specific question there, a -50 to him. He knows he should not have got that wrong. Second one on your screens now. This is a house built by IIT Madras. Pradyumna.
So I'm guessing this is a 3D printed house and not usually a normally printed house.
Oh, it's a house, but it's a house with 3D printing.
Yeah.
He'll recover the 50 he lost. Very quick and fast, he gains back that 50 as we go to the third one now. What is the name of this character, a fictional supermarket manager, featured in television commercials for Charmin's toilet paper? Is it Mr. Whipple or Mr. Charming with a G? No one's on the buzzer. 5 seconds of time. Ashutosh. Just sit back, Ashutosh. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's Mr. Whipple.
We'll give you a 50. He'll get himself a 50 on that one as we go to the next one. Hands on the buzzer. Question coming up now. This brand was patented in 1959 by Hoffman Roche. Created by Leo Sternbach, it was mentioned in the famous song by the Rolling Stones. What is this? Someone's giving it a shot. Chirag it is. Go ahead, Chirag.
Sorry, I pressed it by mistake. I don't have an answer.
Oh my God, he'll still get a negative. I can't help that. Really sorry about it. But the answer, ladies and gentlemen, that I was looking for is Valium. Valium got mentioned in a song, and that too by the Rolling Stones. Tough one, but he misfired on the buzzer. As we go to the next one on screen now. This is the most valuable sports team in the world. This is a National Football League team. Which team is this? Is it the Texas Rangers or the Dallas Cowboys? Chirag is giving it a shot.
The Texas Rangers?
We'll give him another negative. Oh, Chirag's taking half chances, not paying off. Final question in this round, early days, on your screen now. He co-authored the Bombay Plan, which was a set of proposals for the development of post-independence India. He served as a non-official delegate on the Bretton Woods Conference. He is a Tata luminary, a founder-director of the Investment Corporation of India, and a co-founder of the Forum of the Free Press. Who in India are we talking about? Pradyumna, without my options, go ahead.
Yeah, so I said that as far as I remember, the Forum of Free Enterprises was founded by Nani Palkhiwala. So that's my answer. That's a guess, but that's still my answer.
He'll get himself a -50. There are co-founders of that. Well, Tata Luminary would also fit, but not the Bretton Woods Conference. And the answer that I was looking for was A.D. Shroff. My options did not have Nani Palkhiwala. So Pradyumna really being in a hurry, taking a negative yet again. And it's early days in our quiz here today. And I tell you what, at the Tata Crucible, we've got a lot of people who support us. It's time for a quick break. And quick breaks are good for you to probably give a quick order on your big basket because they're quick in their delivery to you. So before you do a big basket order and get that, let me take a look at the scores here at Tata Crucible, which reads as follows. On 50 is Ashutosh, on -50 Pradyumna, and Chirag on a -100. The rest haven't scored. On a relative scale, haven't scored looks good currently. They must be smiling on that, saying, well, 0 is a good place to be sometimes. But they're all good quizzers. It's a tough city. I think it's beginning to play out as attention is the Uttar Pradesh final. And it's time for us to move into the next frontier of our battle, time to collaborate. Here it is. The value remains the same as we begin with the first one on your screen now. Manasi stands for maternal and newborn. Pradyumna.
Yeah, so Mansi is a CSR, it's by Tata Steel.
Mansi is a CSR initiative, Tata Steel. He's well prepared on that. He again negates his negative, and he is happy he's got that right. As we go to the next one, overall answer is what matters. On your screen, lateral thinking, here it is. Red Ventures, 2 people, space captain. One of the 2 people there is a person named Tony Wheeler. No one taking a chance. 5 seconds running away on that. The answer that I was looking for is Lonely Planet. Tony Wheeler, Lonely Planet would have been an easy one on another day if the pressure equation was different. As we move into our next question in this round, again lateral thinking on your screen now. All of these will lead you to a famous soap brand. Alive is awesome. Someone's going for it. Ashutosh has gone for it. Yes, Ashutosh?
So I'm guessing it's Synthol.
You're guessing it is Synthol. Good guess, good 50. As we go to the next one, the battle's beginning to slowly liven up. On to the next one. Overall answer, here it is. Famous lady, Pradyumna, in a flash, go ahead.
So, this is Roshni Nadar, who is actually the daughter of Shiv Nadar. HCL is the company which actually makes the website for Manchester United. DCM, that's Delhi Cloth. I can't really connect. So, but that's obviously HCL who's the connection here.
50 to you. Absolutely well played. 50 to you. Delhi Cloth and General Mills, they were all former employees of DCM before they started HCL. So that's the connect for you over there. He gets a 50 and moves to 50. So he's into the positives for the first time. It seems to be an IIT Kanpur ahead of IIM Lucknow and the others currently, but long way to go as we go to the next one on your screens now. This Tata company operates India's only performance leather facility. They supply to global giants including Jeep Compass, Honda, Merrell, many more. This company launched Tagra, a range of work, safety and military shoes in 2021. Which Tata company makes these amazing products with leather? 5 seconds running away. Nobody's on the buzzer. The answer is Tata International. Giant company in that space, especially shoes for military, etc., are really not easy to produce. Moving on to our next question. Nobody going there on Tata International. Just about midway into the Uttar Pradesh final. The battle's just beginning to hot up here. As we go to the next question, let's see who gets this on your screen now. This is a hotel or hotelier who purchased it in 1919 for $40,000. It was called the Mobley. This was in Texas. It's grown to become a great chain across the world. Which famous hotel chain or hotel founder would you connect to the Mobley Hotel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody on the buzzer. Tough one. Answer simple. Hilton, Conrad Hilton. Oh, Lalit is kicking himself. Maybe that's the name that crossed his mind. Well, sometimes these quizzes are like T20 matches. You've got to take your chances. As we go to the next one, on your screens now. This is a famous organization started by Alex and Ingrid. They become huge worldwide for being the advocates of ethical treatment. Someone's gone for it. Pradyumna, go ahead.
So you said ethical treatment, that's why I went with Peter, but I don't know who the founder is, but it's a guess. Again, Peter.
If it's a guess, it's a good guess. 50 to him. Yeah. Whoa, the emotions are high at IIT Kanpur. And when you take a guess and get it right, the emotion is bound to be like that. So he's on 100, Asutosh is on 100. Trust me, this quiz is going to get tough from here. As we go to the next one, on your screen now. This is a brand of Polish vodka, produced and distributed by LVMH. It's named after the Polish Presidential Palace in Warsaw. The illustration of this also appears on their bottles. What are we talking about? Is it the Warsaw Palace vodka or the Belvedere vodka? Someone's going for it. Lalit it is. He's taking a chance.
You go with the Belvedere vodka.
He's absolutely right. Is that a personal preference, Lalit? No? Well, he's got that absolutely right. He's smiling there. He'll probably turn around and tell me if I win this quiz, then maybe yes. So good one. 50 to him. He took that well. As we go to the next one, on your screens now. Madhu Dandavate served as Minister of Railways in Morarji Desai's ministry. He introduced something very nice which people said would get destroyed in no time in the railway compartments to provide comfort for passengers. What did he introduce that has now become a basic requirement on Indian trains? Ashutosh.
He introduced the cushions or a mattress on the train beds.
And what was it before that?
I would venture it would be either steel or wooden ply. But what I remember is this: when we visit a train, we see that the blue cushions on a train bed. So that was introduced by this person.
Well, it would be unfair for me to ask you what would be before that, because that would not be your generation, it would be my generation. We all slept only on plain wooden planks, and only much later we started sleeping on those lovely blue cushions. Absolutely right. He was in fact criticized by many and told people are going to just tear it, and fortunately India lived up to that comfort and it continued. Beautiful answer. He moves to 150. As we move to the next question, hands on that buzzer. Here we go. These are Srini, Ajay and Karthik. They created an important company whose identity with the logo is on your background. All you got to tell me is which one is this. 5 seconds running away. Madhur is on the buzzer. Yes, Madhur.
Binance.
Oh, Went on the B, it's Bill Desk, minus 50. But good try, Madhur. That's not a wrong try to make at all. But he'll lose a 50 on that. As we go to the next one, penultimate one in this round, on screen now. Barbarians at the Gates. Pradyumna. Woo.
So Barbarians at the Gate is a book on Nabisco. I can see the Oreo logo and basically, they owned Nabisco long before.
Ashutosh on 150, Pradyumna on 150. Well, he's putting the battle to really make it neck and neck. Lalit needs to get one or two more now as we move to the final question in this round. And then we've got a final round. It is a low-scoring final by Lucknow or UP standards. So let's see what happens in the next question. Here it is. This is a brewery which was founded by a Danish industrialist and philanthropist named Jacobsen. Which famous brewery are we talking about? Rahul's giving it a shot. Go ahead, Rahul.
Jacob's Creek.
Well, he went on a logical shot. Jacob's Creek is the incorrect answer. Minus 50 to you. The answer was plain and simple. You should have gone more on the Danish clue, which is Carlsberg. Carlsberg is the answer that I was looking for. You know what? Actually, before I show you where they stand, let me take a very quick break. We will be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Red. Christmassy. Yellow. Pink. तुम भी पिंक, मैं भी पिंक. दोनों गुलदस्ता लगेंगे.
आपकी आधी शाम भी इसी तरह अपने पसंद की शोज ढूंढने में निकल जाती है ना? एक ऐप, दूसरी ऐप, फिर तीसरी. डिसाइड करते करते इवनिंग ओवर. करेक्ट? इसलिए हमने डाउनलोड किया है टाटा प्ले बिंज. पाइए 22+ OTT एप्स के शोज, मूवीज, लाइव स्पोर्ट्स और बहुत कुछ एक ही जगह पे. यानी नो मोर ढूंढना, ओनली देखना.
तो आज ही टाटा प्ले बिंज डाउनलोड कीजिए. प्लान स्टार्ट एट ₹249.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Uttar Pradesh final of Tata Crucible for Campuses 2023. Well, this battle is far from over. On 150 are the IIT Kanpur lads, Asutosh and Pradyumna, on even Steven. Behind them on 50 is Lalit. The others are on a negative, but everyone can still bounce back. Lalit would have the best chance to probably hit through. If he gets one right, he's in striking distance. Otherwise, it's going to be a battle between the two IITians. As we move to the final frontier of our game here today, it's time to lead. Here it is. Moving on to the final frontier, I've got 6 questions for our contestants. It's technically the power of speed. Well, that's like Big Basket Now, or BB Now as they call it. You got to be quick, you got to be fast, and you got to also be correct. In the process, you just have to listen to me and decide when you want to stop me. The moment you hit the buzzer, I'll stop reading the question. Plus 50, minus 50, nothing on your screen. These 6 questions will determine who goes into the nation's top 24. We'll start with the first one. It's a battle that's going to be tense. Here we go. I served as the 2nd Chief Economic Advisor to the Government of India from 1961 to 67. I later went on to serve as a Governor of the Reserve Bank of India from 77 to 82. I'm an economist who went on to become the Director of the London School of Economics, the first person of Indian origin to head a higher education institute in the United Kingdom. Who am I? C. Rangarajan or I.G. Patel? Chirag is taking a chance. Go ahead, Chirag.
Is it I.G. Patel?
Is correct. He took a chance on that one. The eras were different, so it's a good one. If you knew I.G. Patel and the era of I.G. Patel, that is a good one to take. He's come down to minus 50. Question number 2. Here we go. During the pandemic, this subsidiary of Essilor Luxottica released what was called the MSK3 mask. It featured an innovative design to prevent eyewear fogging. The company was started by James Jannard in 1975 in his garage, selling motorcycle grips. Are we talking of Ray-Ban or Oakley? Pradyumna.
Yeah, so I said, as far as I remember, James Jannard did not establish Oakley, so my guess is Ray-Ban.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, his belief turns out to be incorrect. Minus 50. Well, he said according to him, he thought James Jannard did not start Oakley. He indeed did. So Oakley was the answer that I was looking for. Pradyumna will have to really claw his way back. He takes brave chances, but Ashutosh is playing the cool customer. Let's see who's going to win it between the two of them. Lalit is in striking distance. If he gets a 50 now, he's going to get on par. Question number 3. Here I come. Although it was designed and primarily used to calculate artillery firing tables for the United States Army's Ballistic Research Laboratory, its first program was to study the feasibility of thermonuclear weapons. This computer was designed by Professor John Mauchly and Persper Eckett at the University of Pennsylvania. Am I talking about the difference engine or the ENIAC? Chirag is giving it a shot. Go ahead, Chirag.
The difference engine?
We'll give you a minus 50. The difference engine is Charles Babbage, so you got the era completely wrong. On that one, he takes a negative with 3 questions to go. I just get a feeling it's now looking like a 3-way battle. Lalit, Pradyumna, Ashutosh. Lalit needs to get just one, and then there's going to be a lot of tension. 3 questions to go. Here we go. 1400 Smith Street, 211-meter tall skyscraper, also known as Alien Center 4, located in downtown Houston, Texas. It was the headquarters of an empire that crumbled under its weight. And people said, the skyscraper has fallen. The current owner of the building is Chevron. This company collapsed because of fraudulent accounting practices. One of the biggest collapses. Oh, Pradyumna.
I'm losing anyway. So, as far as I remember, one of the companies that collapsed under fraudulent accounting practices is Enron. So, my guess is Enron.
Just when he believes he's losing, he's got it right. Enron will give him a 50. Well, Lalit, I think, was just going to buzz. Hell, he's nodding his head because he was just about going to hit that buzzer when Pradyumna got himself back to 150. 2 questions to go. It's a tight battle now. Penultimate question. What term is used to describe the practice of purchasing enough number of shares in a firm to threaten a takeover, therefore forcing the firm to buy those shares back? Chirag.
Hostile takeover?
Well, minus 50 to you again on that. In a hurry, I had options for you. The takeover is called a green nail, and I had a lot more to explain on that. But choosing to stop me, he takes a negative. Now it's clearly between Ashutosh and Pradyumna. 1 question to go. Lalit will finish third because even if he gets to 100, it's not going to affect the result. It's between IIT Kanpur and IIT Kanpur. But which of them is going to go through? Well, 1 question to go. Here we are. This Indian billionaire businessman was elected to the Rajya Sabha, filling a seat that was vacated by Pramod Mahajan after his death. Some of the positions that he's held includes Chairman of Indian Airlines, Chairman of the Board of IIT Bombay. He is an alumnus of Harvard Business School and is famously known for giving India a great scooter brand. Lalit has gone for this. Okay, perfect. He may want to finish with 100.
Is it Rajiv Bajaj?
Well, either ways, you're not going to make it, but I'll give you a fair chance to rectify yourself if you want to. Well, Rahul Bajaj, so can't give it to you. You got one generation wrong.
Yes.
You got your recruiter right, but not the founder. So he'll get a minus 50 on that, but that's okay. But that takes us now into a tiebreaker. Look at that final scorecard here at the Uttar Pradesh final. It's Pradyumna on 150, Ashutosh on 150, both from IIT Kanpur. We're going to go straight into, well, the tiebreakers. It's only between the two of them, so we'll clear out the others from the buzzer grid and leave just Ashutosh and Pradyumna. Let's start with question number 1. If you are ready. All right, here we go. This global brand, started by Reuben and Rose, started actually making ice pops, then Pradyumna.
Reuben and Rose Matthias started Haagen-Dazs.
Is that your favorite ice cream?
No, I read the funda that Reuben and Rose Matthias started Haagen-Dazs, and the name, basically the name doesn't mean anything. They just wanted to sound fancy.
Ladies and gentlemen, into the nation's top 24, Pradyumna! Well, what a battle between probably, I don't know, two batchmates, senior, junior. What are you guys?
Quiz team partners.
Oh my God.
More of a mentor-mentee relationship.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, two quiz teammates, well, in a digital era, having to battle against each other, but they'll be happy that the cumulative cash kitty is between the two of them, because they will finish winner and runner-up, sweeping this year's Uttar Pradesh final for IIT Kanpur. A phenomenally brave effort by Lalit. He really had his hands there. He could have got 1 or 2 right, and that's the feeling he's going to carry. He was just a little late on the buzzer. He was smiling, he was sportive, but unfortunately he had to be quick to get onto that buzzer. Pradyumna will honestly be asking himself, what did I do here today? He could have won with 400 or 300, but he just went all over like a sine cos curve and still managed to win this quiz, while Ashutosh played the steady, calm customer, but missed out on the final question. None of that really matters, ladies and gentlemen, because all of them are outstanding quizzers from superb institutes that represent our country. Moving into the nation's top 24. From IIT Kanpur will be Pradyumna. And, well, finishing runner-up is Ashutosh. We will, of course, be back with you with yet another cluster, yet another set of champions like this, who you will witness quizzing as we come back to you with more questions and more contestants. But till we come to you with the next cluster, from me, Pig Brain, from my colleague Rashmi Furtado, from all of us at the studios of Tata Crucible, truly appreciate your presence. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.